You think you've got men figured out? Think again. You see, human behavior is a complex tapestry woven with threads of emotions, thoughts, and experiences. It's not a simple equation where 1 + 1 = 2. And when it comes to understanding what men find attractive in women, there's a whole labyrinth of misconceptions waiting to trip you up. You might think that a certain behavior is a surefire way to a man's heart, but in reality, it could be pushing him away. The following advice we're about to share is based on general observations, and remember, it may not apply to every individual. Everyone is unique with their own preferences and quirks. But understanding these common pitfalls can certainly increase your chances of making a meaningful connection. So buckle up and prepare to unlearn what you think you know about men. First on the list, never try too hard to impress. Authenticity is a language that speaks volumes about your character. It's like a beacon, drawing people towards your genuine self. But when you try too hard to impress, you risk coming off as desperate. Desperation is a scent that can be picked up miles away, and it's not particularly enticing. Consider this scenario. You're showering someone with compliments, one after the other, without giving them room to breathe. Or you're pretending to enjoy a band that you can't stand just because they like it. Sounds familiar? Well, these are classic examples of trying too hard. Being yourself is the key. Yes, it's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. It's important to show interest and enthusiasm, but there's a fine line between being interested and being overbearing. Remember, no one appreciates a try hard. Second mistake, avoid being overly critical. Imagine you're a painter, creating a masterpiece. You wouldn't want someone constantly hovering over your shoulder, criticizing every brushstroke, would you? Similarly, constant criticism can be quite a turnoff in a relationship. It's like a prickly thorn in an otherwise beautiful rose. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not talking about constructive feedback here. That's a different ballgame altogether. We're referring to the incessant nitpicking, the relentless pointing out of flaws, or making derogatory comments. It's like picking at a scab, never letting it heal. Instead, focus on understanding and acceptance. Understand that everyone has flaws, and it's these flaws that make us unique. Accept that no one is perfect, not even you. So the next time you feel like criticizing, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is it really necessary? Or is it just your insecurities talking? Remember, criticism, when not constructive, can do more harm than good. Third on our list, stop playing hard to get. It's a game as old as time, this classic cat and mouse chase. But let's be honest, it can backfire. Big time. You may think you're being mysterious, alluring, but you're just as likely to come off as disinterested, detached, or worse, aloof. Let's paint a picture. You're ignoring messages, acting indifferent when you're together, giving off an air of, I'm too good for you. But at the end of the day, it's a gamble, a real roll of the dice. And the stakes, those are high. They're your feelings, your potential happiness. Instead, why not choose open communication? It's not about laying all your cards on the table at once, but about showing genuine interest, letting them know you're into them. It's about authenticity, about being real. Because, let's face it, nobody wants a love story based on mind games. Playing hard to get, more like playing hard to want. Mistake number 4, don't be too passive. Now, while it's essential to be considerate and understanding, it's equally important to express your feelings and stand up for yourself. Let's paint a picture here. Imagine you're always agreeing with the other person, or perhaps you're not voicing your opinions at all. This, my friends, is being too passive. It's like being a spectator in your own relationship. But here's the thing, relationships are a two-way street. They thrive on communication, understanding, and mutual respect. If you're always going along with what the other person says or does without expressing your own thoughts and feelings, you're not just doing a disservice to yourself, but to the relationship as well. It's crucial to remember that your thoughts and feelings matter too. They add value to the relationship and give the other person a chance to understand and appreciate you better. So don't just sit on the sidelines, jump into the game. Remember, your thoughts and feelings matter too. Finally, our last 3 mistakes, being needy, talking about exes, and pretending to be someone you're not. Let's unpack these, shall we? First up, being needy. Now, it's okay to need someone, but there's a fine line between needing and being needy. You see, being needy can often come off as being insecure, which can be a huge turnoff. Remember, independence is attractive. It's important to have your own life, your own interests, and your own goals. By doing so, you're not only more appealing to others, but you're also doing wonders for your own self-esteem. Next, we have the infamous ex talk. Yes, we've all been there. We've all had past relationships. But constantly bringing up your exes can make it seem like you're still hung up on them. It's best to focus on the present, on what's happening right now between you and the guy you like. Lastly, pretending to be someone you're not. This is a big no-no. Authenticity is key in any relationship. Pretending to be someone else or trying to fit into a mold you think he might like will only lead to disappointment in the long run. He should like you for who you are, not who you're pretending to be. So avoid these mistakes and increase your chances of winning his heart. In conclusion, the best way to a man's heart is to be yourself. Let's recap. Avoid trying too hard, being overly critical, playing hard to get, being too passive, being needy, discussing exes, and pretending to be someone else. Honesty and authenticity will always win the day. Understand that every person is unique and respect that individuality. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more useful tips. Keep it real and keep it you.